Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos nuevamente en Kingdom Come Deliverance. Estábamos en la aldea de Ledeco. Habíamos traído la cruz de redención que nos había pedido Drahomira para intentar ahuyentar al fantasma que le atormenta, que es, bueno, descubrimos que era un antiguo amante que había sido asesinado por su mujer cuando descubrió lo suyo con Drahomira. Y por eso el fantasma no le dejaba descansar. Ahora con la cruz de redención y habiendo explicado, bueno, esta aventura, confiemos en que va a poder quitarse los remordimientos y así poder dormir otra vez. Todo esto lo hicimos mientras estábamos preparando el asedio a Talmberg, que estamos preparando un asedio al castillo de Sir Divish, no porque se haya vuelto nuestro enemigo, sino porque ha sido ocupado por Istvan Toth, el villano que traicionó a Ratsik y vendió a Skalitz a las hordas de Segismundo. Así que bueno, teníamos que ir hacia Sazaba para encontrar a un ingeniero que nos pueda construir un trebuchet, que viene a ser una catapulta grande. Así que sin perder demasiado tiempo, vámonos hacia Sazaba. Y así también podremos cumplir algunas misiones. Vamos a ver qué misiones teníamos pendientes. Asedio. Vale, del asedio nos falta... teníamos que buscar a un médico también en el monasterio. Lo del arborista lo haremos cuando volvamos a Talmberg. Vale, solo necesitamos el médico y buscar al ingeniero Conrad. Cortejos de Teresa, Mancillado es de Adam, esto es en Rattay. Tenemos que hablar con Joanka, que hicimos la peregrinación hasta Uzic y al final no le contamos cómo fue, así que tenemos que hablar con ella. Esto es Perivislavich, que tenemos que seguir construyendo. Vale, esto es del cazador de Sazaba. Bueno, ya lo haremos si tenemos tiempo. La espada de la reina de Saba, esto sí que lo podemos hacer. Podemos ir a ver cómo ha quedado al espadero. Y esto de aquí son los campamentos que tenemos que limpiar por la zona de Skalitz. Así que, bueno, esto ya lo haremos cuando hayamos resuelto el problema de Talmberg. Ya que ahora lo que urge es encontrar a los ingenieros y acabar de preparar todo el campamento que esté funcionando como debe. Así que por eso vamos raudos hacia la ciudad. A ver, como estamos yendo desde Ledeco, vale, vamos a entrar desde la zona del pantano. Así que lo primero a lo que podemos ir es a ver al espadero porque nos viene de camino. Y después vamos al monasterio a encontrar al médico. Y bueno, decían que el ingeniero también estaba en el monasterio, así que a ver si lo encontramos. Mierda, esto es una emboscada. Corre, caballo. Cuando te ponen un tronco, un carro así en el camino es que es para que te pares y te asalten. Así que por eso no he dejado de acelerar con el caballo para no darles tiempo a que ocurriera esto. Muy bien, pues aquí tenemos Sazaba con su monasterio. Vamos a ver el espadero. Mira, es aquí. Así que, a ver, esa espada de la reina de Saba, ¿cómo es?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
¿A dónde se aloja? Bueno, a ver, acerca... ¿Habéis vuelto a forjar la espada? A ver.
Have you forged the sword?
I certainly have.
And?
It's wondrous. Even I can feel its power. I think this is my life's greatest work. I'll never make anything to match it. Do you want to buy it?
¿Por qué queréis venderla?
To
A
buy?
ver.
I thought it meant the world to you.
Well, yes. But now that I have it, it seems a shame to just leave it lying about. A sword such as this is for chivalrous deeds, and I'm no warrior.
Vale, pero...
Good luck then.
A ver, la tiene por aquí. Espada de la reina de Saba, 65. A ver. 65, 65, 3. Defensa, 100. Carisma, probabilidad. Se la comparo con el aguijón, 79, 47, 3, 76. Vale. Vale, sí, cuesta 2000 Gronchens, pero tenemos de sobras. No sé si hay por aquí alguna hacha. Hacha de batalla. No hay nada demasiado. Vale, pues qué demonios. Compremos la espada de la reina de Saba, que para eso la hemos mandado fabricar. A ver, y ya que estamos sobre Conrad
Do you
Kieser,
happen
¿dónde
to know
está?
the whereabouts of Conrad Kieser?
But of course, he's staying with our local custodian. That's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
Vale.
Good luck then.
Así que el ingeniero está con el custodio. Muy bien, pues hemos matado 2 pájaros de un tiro. ¿Cómo voy de...? Voy bastante sucio. Será mejor que pasemos por la casa de baños. Ahora que lo pienso, no llevo el chaperón. Perfecto.
Good morning.
Buenas. No, esto ya lo sabemos.
I'm interested in your services.
And what is it you'd like?
Get myself fixed up a bit. Have a bath and get my clothes washed.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Good luck then.
Ok, ahora que estamos limpios para ir a ver al custodio, pongamos rumbo al monasterio. Mira, ya que paso por la posada, a ver si puedo vender parte de la carne. Porque tengo un montón de carne de ciervo aquí en el compinche. Carne que me sobró del campamento. A ver, posadero.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
No voy a venderle todo. Me quedo con unos cuantos trozos. 3,27. No tiene suficiente para pagarme. Vale, pues dame Snap Redentors. Joder. 120 cada snaps. Vale, pues... dame 2. Así por si acaso nunca está de más llevar snaps. Y así me libro de tanta carne, que no necesito tanta carne para que se pudra. Y así puedo ir ligero. Muy bien, el monasterio. Creo que ahora si ya entro... Si entro así que me vea el hermano portero, creo que ya no se acordará de mí. de cuando ingresé en la orden benedictina. A ver, lo primero, a ver si puedo convencer a Nicodemus para que vaya al campamento. Hermano Nicodemus.
What happened to Johanka?
Nothing good, I'm sorry to say. She was locked up by the Papal Inquisitor Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov. It seems he somehow caught wind of this preaching of hers. He's accused her of spreading heresy and had her placed under arrest.
Vaya, pues no es lo que me esperaba encontrar aquí. A ver, ¿qué pasará
Jesus
después?
Christ. What's going to happen to her?
I don't know, Henry. It all depends on the Inquisitor and how he decides. The accusations brought against Johanka are very serious.
A ver, tenemos que
Well, we must
hacer
do
algo.
something.
Well, you can try talking to Bishop Yaroslav. He can tell you more. As a servant of the royal hetman, your name ought to carry some weight with him. But watch your step. This matter is entirely in the hands of church law, so you mustn't overestimate your lay authority here.
Vale, o sea, tenemos que hablar con, tenemos que ir con pies de plomo.
Right. I'll go and see this Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov.
May God go with you. And thank you, Henry. I'm glad you're standing up for Johanka. If you need anything, do come and see me.
Sí, sé que necesito algo.
I'll come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in.
Otra vez, acabas de
testing us
decirme
all.
que podía
So what is
pedirte
it you
ayuda.
need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000 times.
God be with you.
Perfecto, Nicodemus ya va rumbo a Talmberg. A ver, ¿qué demonios le ha pasado a Johanka? Tu soldado, ¿qué demonios ha pasado aquí?
Where's Johanka?
She's locked up at the rat house. Orders of the bishop.
Locked up? For what?
For heretical speeches. Run along now. If you want to chat about it, go and talk to that monk who smells like an apothecary shop. He's in a flap about it too. I'll see you later.
De acuerdo. Vale, pues no me esperaba esto de Johanka, así que es un problema añadido a lo de Talmberg. ¿Este es un cantero o...? Ah, no, asistente del prior. Vale, a ver, vamos a ver al custodio, a ver si podemos convencer al ingeniero. Porque si conseguimos enviar al ingeniero hacia Talmberg, ya pueden empezar a preparar el asedio y nosotros podemos ver qué pasa con Johanka. A ver. No, este es un soldado. Yo aquí no veo a nadie. A ver, custodio. No.
Goodbye.
Ahora que Johanka está encerrada, no es buen momento para sacar ese tema.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me.
Asustado, ¿por qué? Si solo hemos entrado.
I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Vale.
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fafar? Tobias Fafar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fafar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
A ver, ¿por qué no podéis partir?
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettelern Castle.
Vale, pero eso no justifica que tenga que quedarse aquí.
They locked you up in Bethlem.
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sasau?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I
te pago el doble. O sea, ¿en qué estáis trabajando? Os puedo ayudar a escapar. ¿Para quién trabajáis? No podría comprar. A ver.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis. A great book of war machines and weapons. My opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle.
A ver, ¿para quién
Who do you work
trabajáis?
for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
A ver, no podría comprar
Could I not
vuestros
just pay off
servicios.
the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say.
Yes, what are you thinking?
Asegurarse de que Karel se queda sin dinero. A ver, ¿no habría alguna manera de persuadir?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realize that, but Sasau Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
Vale. A ver, ¿cómo me hago con la
How do
comisión?
I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Vale, o sea, podemos... Podemos arruinar a Karel y que se vea forzado a aceptar nuestro dinero o a robar esa comisión. Vale, a ver. Se queda sin dinero. Robar la comisión. ¿Qué hora tenemos ahora mismo? Son las 10 de la mañana. A ver, voy a ir a hablar con el obispo. A ver por qué demonios tiene retenida a Joanka. Creo recordar que esta era la oficina del arquitecto. Así que aquí tendremos que venir a robar lo de la comisión. A ver, imagino que el obispo estará en las oficinas del monasterio, que son aquí arriba. No, este es el prior. Vale, creo que puede ser este hombre. Sí, Inquisidor Jaroslav. A ver.
Sir, I am...
Henry of Skalitz, from the garrison of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla.
¿Cómo me
I've heard a
conoce?
lot about you, my son. I'm pleased to meet you.
¿Cómo es que tenéis interés por mí?
Bishop Yaroslav? Sir? My lord?
Sí, hay que darle coba.
My humble self.
I was told you survived the massacre in Skalitz and warned the Talmberg garrison. You tracked down the raiders of a stud farm in Neuhof, wasn't it? To their hideout in the woods. And then you led Sir Radzig and his armed company there and joined bravely in the skirmish, and even killed their notorious leader by your own hand. And I believe you have many other deeds to your name. That's quite remarkable, considering your age, is it not?
Sois demasiado amable.
Well, you're too kind, Monsignor. I'm just trying to do what's right. And what's needed.
Quite rightly, too, my son. I expect we'll be hearing more about you. But I assume you didn't come here to exchange pleasantries. Or am I mistaken?
He venido por Joanka, sí.
No, Monsignor, you're quite right. I'm here about Johanka.
Naturally. I'd be quite surprised if it were otherwise. So, tell me what's on your mind.
¿Cómo sabéis de Joanka? ¿Por qué la habéis llevado presa? A ver,
How did you find out about Johanka?
Word came to me of what was happening here. That some young girl was claiming to speak for the Blessed Virgin. I traveled here immediately, as my duty demanded, and observed events in Sasau incognito, in order to examine the matter at first hand.
I see.
A ver, ¿por qué la habéis hecho presa?
Why did you have her imprisoned?
Because she broke the promise she made to me, and persisted in actions that bear the signs of heresy.
Eso no deja muy buen lugar a Joanka.
And what will happen to Johanka now?
I must weigh the gravity of her transgressions, and investigate these alleged visions of hers. I consider it very improbable that she is indeed being visited by the Blessed Virgin. Nevertheless, I cannot at this time rule it out entirely.
Bueno. Vos decís, eso sí es... Y no sé qué decir, la verdad. A ver, ¿cuándo lo
When will you
decidiré?
decide, Monsignor?
As soon as I am fully informed of the facts, although it seems the matter is a little more complicated than I first thought. I will call Johanka and the witnesses, question them, and then pronounce a verdict.
¿Pensáis quemarla en la hoguera? No, a ver. ¿Alguien la defenderá?
And will there be anyone there to defend Johanka?
Do you doubt my judgment?
Well, I would never be so bold, sir. But surely it would be only just that someone should speak for Johanka about all her good deeds and so forth.
Naturally, I will also question those who would speak in her defense. Since you are interceding, I expect you have someone in mind?
Yes. Actually, me.
As I surmised. But this matter does not directly concern you. Why should I allow you to appear before the court?
Represento a Sir Ratzi, que es mi deber cristiano. Sí, no, es mi deber cristiano.
Johanka is my neighbour, and I have a Christian duty to come to her aid. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
I have to concur with you on that. Your concern seems sincere, so I will grant your request. Very well. You will defend Johanka. You may speak in her defense if you so wish, and you may also bring witnesses. I will question any such witnesses, and naturally I shall question Johanka too.
Thank you, Monsignor. In that case, I'll need to speak to Johanka first.
That won't be possible. It's forbidden by the Inquisition procedure. Until the entire matter is resolved, Johanka can speak only to me, and no one else.
Vale, no lo cabrearemos, así que...
I would like to expedite the matter. The trial will take place in Sasau Church in 3 days' time at the latest. Come and let me know when you're ready to proceed. In the meantime, I will continue my investigation.
Very well, Monsignor. I had better get on with it then, sir. Farewell.
Before you go, you know Johanka longer than anyone else. You spent a lot of time with her, as I've discovered. Tell me, my son, truthfully, what do you think of this whole affair?
La Virgen María es honesta, está preocupada por Matías, es una moza sencilla. Estoy dudando entre esta y esta.
Well, before, in Skalitz, Johanka was sort of, well, just a simple village girl. I never imagined I'd hear her talking the way she does now. She's completely transformed.
A simple village girl. I see. Do continue.
A ver, aquí ayuda a la gente.
Johanka helped a lot of people. She worked her fingers to the bone helping Brother Nicodemus with the sick and injured.
That is certainly commendable. What else can you tell me about her?
Es honesta, supongo.
Johanka is an honest girl and virtuous. She's a good Christian who attends church and thinks of others.
Good. Please continue.
No sé si contar esto de Matthias.
She's worried about Matthias. He's from Skalitz too, and she's very fond of him. But he was wounded in a raid on Merhojed recently, and since then he's been lying in a fever. Johanka believes that if she does what the Blessed Virgin wants of her, Matthias might be healed.
Interesting. Anything else?
No, creo que no, porque estos de aquí no creo que hablen muy en favor de ella.
That's about all I can tell you.
Is that really everything?
Es todo.
I have nothing more to add, Monsignor.
Very well. Thank you, my son. One more thing before you go. Let me remind you that it's your Christian duty to report anything suspicious going on concerning the Church and the true faith, if you're aware of anything of the sort in these parts. If you prove yourself a commendable servant of the Church, I would also take that into account in judging Johanka's case.
All right, Monsignor. I'll bear that in mind.
God be with you.
Vale. Pues con todo lo que hemos visto... Con todo lo que hemos visto en el monasterio y en las iglesias de la zona, podemos decirle bastantes cosas y así a lo mejor nos tiene nos tiene más en consideración. Vale, a ver, nos ha dicho que no podemos hablar con Joanka, pero a ver si podemos acercarnos a la casa consistorial. Aunque sea para hablar de Strangis con ella. A ver, la casa consistorial de Sázava estaba en la Plaza Mayor. Pero sí, la verdad es que nos ha tocado un asunto peliagudo. Como no teníamos bastante con el tema de Talmberg, ahora tenemos que sacarle las castañas del fuego otra vez a Johanka. A ver, la casa consistorial está aquí. Recuerdo que a mí me encerraron una vez en los calabozos de la casa consistorial. ¿Dónde estaban? No, esto es un granero. Ah, creo que es aquí. A ver. Hay bastante vigilancia.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to Johanka. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
Pagaré, estoy con el obispo. A ver, estoy con el obispo.
I know. I was just testing you. And you passed. I'm with the bishop's entourage, and I'm here at his command. Let me in to talk to Johanka.
In that case, you surely know that everyone who comes from the bishop has to show a document to prove it.
Good, good. Your diligence is commendable. I don't have the document on me at present, though. I left it at the monastery.
Sorry, sir, but you'll have to go and get it. I can't let you in otherwise. I wouldn't want to anger the Monsignor.
Of course. And you can actually read, can you?
A little, sir, yes. That's why they put me here.
Very wise. You're clearly the right man for the job. Very well. I'll be back soon with that paper.
Good luck, then.
Vale, necesitamos un papel, un documento para hablar con Joanka. Ya decía yo que no iba a ser tan sencillo. Vale, imagino que el documento lo tendrá el obispo, pero no me atrevo a intentar entrar por la fuerza en su oficina para intentar tener el documento. Si no es posible... Es posible que algún guardia tenga también ese documento, ya que imagino que los guardias van a tener que hacerse turnos para vigilar a la prisionera. Tal vez el guardia que está delante de la casa de Joanka, tal vez ese guardia tenga un documento, así que tendremos que intentar robárselo. Si no lo tiene, pues tendremos que jugárnosla a entrar en las oficinas del obispo. Pero bueno, creo que de momento lo dejaremos aquí. A ver, nos han puesto para esto del juicio, tenemos que ir a buscar testigos. Cuando todo está listo, vale. Tenemos que hablar con Sir Sebastian, con el Merino, con el padre Fabián, Nicodemus. Ah, mierda, Nicodemus ha marchado a... Nicodemus se ha marchado a Talmberg. Qué putada. Kuta, Adela y Pavel. Vale. Pues tendremos en el próximo vídeo que empezar a hablar con toda esta gente. Tendremos que ir a Talmberg para hablar con Nicodemus para que también preste su testimonio. Y ya que vamos a Talmberg podemos completar lo de la herborista que me faltaba aquí, del asalto. Vale, y también tendremos que ver... Tendremos que ver a ver si conseguimos algo más que toda esta gente. Si conseguimos hablar con Joanka, a lo mejor podemos interrogar a alguien más o lo que sea. A ver si tenemos esa suerte. En fin, lo dejaremos aquí. Se nos ha girado trabajo. Yo que pensaba que ya teníamos bastante con el asalto al castillo. Pues ahora tenemos que defender a Joanka en un juicio por herejía. Así que casi nada. En fin, lo dejamos aquí. Continuaremos con esta sucesión de eventos en el próximo vídeo. Así que hasta pronto.